It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States.
I joined the military in high school. I joined the Navy Reserve. I was 18 years old. You have what they call a dream sheet. You fill this out where you want to go, where you want to be stationed. Well, I didn't need a dream sheet because I already made up my mind I wanted to be on the ship that my brother was on, USS Cambrian. And they were docked in Gitmo, Guantanamo Bay. Now my brother was a radio man. Well, I didn't know he was what they called crypto, which in the military means you got a zipper on your mouth. I was just what they call a deck ape, otherwise working on the deck, because all you do is chip paint and chip more paint and paint. If an officer comes by, you stand up and salute him. We go on a Mediterranean cruise. It's an attack transport. We carry 1,000 Marines. We carry 16 what they call Peterboats. It takes about 16 days to cross the ocean because we had maneuvers and everything else in order to get back. We were halfway back, I want to say about the 15th of October. Everybody put in for leave and liberty because, we didn't see our families for 6 months. Well, then we got a report, all leaves and liberties have been canceled. We haven't been stateside in 6 months and they're canceling our liberty. Why? Well, we came in on a Sunday. Well, on Sundays, the port dock workers don't work on Sunday. And we thought that was very strange because what are we doing going in on Sunday? We looked on the dock and there was pallets of food. Next thing we know, we're in Morehead City, North Carolina. And we pull in and we look and we see all these Marines standing on the pier and they're in full pack. And we already had 1,000 aboard. They put hundreds more on. I had morning watch. We had a watch on ship. I was up by the captain on watch, and I go up the ladder and I get on the deck and I look, and I never saw so many ships in my life. The whole ocean was covered with ships, aircraft carriers, destroyers, every kind of ship you could think of. I was standing on the deck, in the mess deck, when Kennedy was on TV and gave his speech and talked about the blockade.
All ships of any kind bound for Cuba, from whatever nation or port, where they're found to contain cargoes of offensive weapons, be turned back. Should these offensive military preparations continue, thus increasing the threat to the hemisphere, further action will be justified. I have directed the armed forces to prepare for any eventualities.
We send 2 destroyers after the ship, and they tell the ship to stop. And if the ship doesn't stop, dead in the water, so that the people on the destroyers can board it and search it for missile parts. Our orders were to blow it out of the water. Otherwise, start World War III. And I was a first loader on a 40 millimeter, which a 40 millimeter is a gun that you see in the movies that goes like this, boom, 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 boom. When this Russian ship came by, we were loaded and ready, and scared to death that they were going to say commence fire. I don't think we would have hit anything, to tell you the truth, because we were very bad shots. Thank God that this Russian ship did stop for the destroyers to board it and check it out. Well, this one happened to have to turn around. Now you got to remember, I joined the Navy to see the world, which I saw a lot of it. But this isn't what I signed up for, but it was what it was. And all we could do is pray. And people that didn't even believe in God were praying, because we knew that we would start World War III. It was that simple. And my brother later told me that we had so many Russian submarines that were right under us. We would be the prime target for their torpedoes because we had all the landing craft and all the Marines aboard. Okay. We found out later that they had actual nuclear missile launchers by hand. It was waiting for the Marines if they stormed the beach. They were all prepared. They were basically more prepared than we were.
Mr. Khrushchev has agreed to the proposals advanced by the Secretary General.
We could take the missiles out. What they didn't tell you is the other half of it is that we had to take our missiles out. But they didn't report that part. Okay. We were told, don't say anything to anybody. The CIA, they're going to have people out there that if somebody comes up and starts questioning you about things, zip it up. You don't say nothing. So we get to Morehead City and we hit the beach. We go into town. Everybody knew more than we did, and we were there. But they were mapping everything. That was the Cuban Missile Crisis. Otherwise, it's, like I said, it was 59 years ago. It seemed like yesterday. And, it's something that I'll never regret. I'm thankful to you that I was able to, after 59 years,